Today on my channel, Planner Friends, creative planning as a means to get back up on your feet. We're going to be using stencils and paints and stickers and paper. So let's get into it and have some fun. Stay tuned. Hello Planner Friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo, and I'm very happy you're here with me today. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule and your life and for joining me. If you're new, join us. Join my growing community here on YouTube, and if you're returning, as always, I thank you and I appreciate you. I appreciate your likes, your comments, and so forth. I'm in a little funk this week, I'm not gonna lie. I did my planner haul. I haven't had enough of a chance to really sit down with the creative station that I purchased and to practice with it. So I'm going to be doing that this weekend, but that leaves the matter of tonight's video. And honestly, I feel like being creative more than anything. So I went all month, I've been using this paper play booklet from Amy Tangerine to decorate both this and my faith planner. So I pulled out this, just a real quick recap of this month. I love this so much. I love this so much. And I love this so much. So I think it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I used some of my new stencils. I added in some paints. I'm really not sure what I'm doing today, but I can tell you this. I'm in the mood for crafty, creativity, fun. How's that? Anyway, so welcome again, and let me do some cutting while I'm chatting. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about productivity and then self-care. So here's what I can say to you today is I had a really productive month last month, that is March, and I was doing okay this month, but to be honest with you, I feel like I've become less productive using productivity, goals and stuff, as I'm less productive this month than last month. So the question becomes, why? Why is that? Why do I feel that way? A few things. I think that, first off, I do think our bodies go through different things, hormones and what have you. And I think sometimes we're in really good shape and sometimes we're a little bit sluggish and off, and that happens. I did hit some, I don't know if I want to say complications, just some life stuff with my scleroderma. I am chronically ill. I have an autoimmune disease called scleroderma. Yes, I have a rare disease. Of course, I have to get some weird disease, if I can say that. But that's, I manage it. So that really isn't, to me, the worst thing. I mean, I've been living with it for so long, and I just kind of work around it most of the time. I hit some little, not complications, but just some stuff. And I also hit a few other things, including exhaustion. And exhaustion is tough. On Sunday, I did not go to church, and I slept. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I did sleep till after 10 a.m. actually. It was after 10. And I never do that. That's not who I am. It's not what I do. And so how do I manage, how do we manage reaching our goals while we're still trying to do the things, as it were? And so what I realized this month is that I had to slow down, and so I have. And I don't see that necessarily as a negative. I just don't. I feel like I've been doing pretty well, no complaints. And so yeah, how do I juggle, balance, etc. Now I have to figure out, what do I want here? I don't know that I want to use the black, so I may, even though I do like the paint splotchiness, I mean, I could use it here theoretically, because that picks up on that. Maybe that's a possibility, but I want something else with a pink, so I'm going to go back in here. So what I'm trying to say, long-winded, sorry, the curse of the academic, we talk a lot, is that sometimes, oh yeah, I'd marked this. Maybe this, maybe, or there was another one back here somewhere. maybe, that's really pretty too. I think we're actually going to go with this. Anyway, long story short is I cut back this month. I realized that I was burnt out, exhausted, you know, and so I took some downtime, and I am taking some downtime. My goals have been modified a bit this month, and I'm okay with that. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say, is that sometimes we have to cut back. Cutting back isn't the worst thing you can do. Can I say that? Cutting back, sometimes it's impossible, right? You have to work. You have to feed your family. You have to do certain things, and other times, and then other things go by the wayside. I don't think that's always the worst thing in the world. And I'll tell you why. I don't know if I'm liking this as much. Yeah, I need some creative time, but I don't know if I like that as much. Maybe I will stick with this. Isn't that funny? Sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm indecisive here. I just feel like I want creative time, but I don't know what I want to do here. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but I kind of like it. So let's continue. Anyway, long story short, what I'm trying to say to you is simply this. Sometimes we're burned out. And you need downtime, and I needed downtime. And I've been dealing with this crazy illness long enough to know I needed downtime. And so I did my best to take it. Now, I have some writing projects. I submitted an article, and they did get back to me. And it's kind of a curious thing, but I don't think it'll be in the issue I wanted it to be in. But it's going to come out, is the upshot. They're going to release my article. They're just trying to decide what issue to put it in. Because I guess it fit in with what I had sent it. It fit in, but it didn't fit in. Does that make sense? So I feel that's a victory. The next thing I'm working on, quite frankly, is a history piece. It's for the paper. And it's about the history of Mother's Day, which is the history of it and what happened with it, and the woman considered the founder is really quite a complicated thing. And you know, and then I realized something in working my way on through this article, is that much like motherhood itself, the history of Mother's Day is complicated. And that really kind of resonated with me a bit. I'm happy as a mom. I love my son. He's fine. God bless. Thank God. But I see a lot of things going on. My dearest friend suffered from infertility, and that was really hard to watch. I know people who are trying to be good moms to their kids, and their kids just won't have it. That's also hard to watch. So the article is about how complicated the history of Mother's Day is, and it turns out so is sometimes is motherhood. So I'm working on that, and then I have another article. If you follow my channel, you may have seen my little videos of Lucky, the bull, the neighborhood bull. Literally, there's a bull that ended up in my yard. You have to check it out at some point. I'm just going to put this here. I may end up putting it up here. Yeah, or do I want it here? Yeah, let's put it there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm relating, believe it or not, I'm taking the experience of coming home from grocery shopping and finding a huge, and I mean huge, bull in my yard to finding and keeping faith in uncertain situations. That may sound like a stretch, but I actually kind of like it, so I'm going to keep working with it. And so I have been working. My children's books are good. I am percolating on the second one, which I did finish. So that's all good. And I guess what I'm trying to say today is, in the midst of whatever you're doing, your life, your complications, your family, your job, your this, your that, do me a favor and treat yourself kindly. Do I want it here or do I want it here? I kind of want it up here. Treat yourself kindly. On Monday, yeah, it was Monday, I went and I just spent time out. It was so much fun. just what I needed. So yeah, now I'm going to get a few more embellishments to play with on here. I really appreciate you just listening to me ramble and watching me and hanging with me. This is kind of a planning, hanging with me, decorating day. I grabbed this new stencil I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I think I'm going to have some fun. And what I've done is I've saved my new inks, the blending, you know, the pad here. I saved them over here in part because I really wanted to keep them separate. They're new. I'll put them in a baggie, but just for now, this is what I've done. So I'm going to use this speckled egg, which I think is really pretty. It's a really pretty soft ink, so it'll be a contrast here. And I'm just going to ink up and continue chatting with you because you're so kind to be here with me. I also want to emphasize decorating your planner for less. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is to really decorate it, but on a budget. And you just kind of slide it on here. I'm doing a half flower down here. I've been doing a few of these just to get the feel of the stencil. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Yeah, that works. That does work. I'm going to do one up here. Let's do this again. So yes, I had a great month last month. This month I've slowed down, but as you can hear, I'm working on things. It's just a slow process, and I'm okay with that. Slow and steady, like a turtle, right? So anyway, I'm looking forward to finishing these articles and getting them in. As I said, the one did respond and said, we love it. We just don't know where to put it, is basically what they're saying. And that's an okay thing. I can live with that. It's just at first I was like, wait, I don't understand what you're saying. And I actually sent it to my husband. I was like, what are they saying? I'm missing this. And he's like, no, you're fine. Here's what they're saying. And so I thought his take on it was good. And yeah, so just, I'm going to keep plugging along. The Lucky article, as I said, about Lucky the Bull, it should be, I don't know, I'm going to submit it soon. And then I'm thinking about a larger piece. Okay, 1, 2, 3. They're pretty big, aren't they? Now I'm going to find a stamp or two, an actual stamp to put in here. So I grabbed some of my little birds. I've been using butterflies a lot this month. I mean, not butterflies, bees. I also grabbed this mustard seed. I may use some of that as well for a little contrast here. So do I want to use this? Yeah, I do. I kind of do. Or do I want to use this to go in kind of, it's different than the let's do the green. Anyway, so here we are, being creative and having fun. I'm already thinking of next month, as you might imagine, if I'm already looking at this article on Mother's Day and working through it. Yeah, it is kind of a complicated history about it, ironically. So I knew some of it, but I didn't know all of it. Let me get rid of some of this excess ink on here, make sure I got it. Just wanna, you know what I'm gonna do, I've been doing lately? I've been doing this without the stamp block to really make sure I've got it. And then, boom, there we go. Okay, little friend, where are we gonna put you? I love creating happy spaces in this planner, I just do. Let's put him up here. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad I picked this color, actually. Really glad. And then we have two little friends here. I'm all about teaching you ways to create in your planner, but being mindful of your budget. These are new inks for me, but I'd been watching them for some time. I got them at a slight discount. Nothing huge, but it's something. Hold on, I don't want to put that there. I'm going to put him over here. Or them, I should say. Oh, little friends. And then I have one more right here. Where am I going to put him? Probably on the left side. This dashboard planner has turned out to be one of my absolute favorite spaces. I didn't know what I didn't know. Look at that. That's cute, isn't it? And next, I'm actually going to add a little bit more color. Now, I had pulled out this yellow because there's a slight bit of yellow there, and I have this stamp here, which is basically almost like just dots, but I kind of like that. So let's get this inked up. to go along with all the dotting you see on here. Yeah, perfect. This is fun, and it is helping me cheer up and feel like, yay. When I've discovered, truly, I did not know this, that when I'm down or when I'm just not feeling the best, creating turns out to be the best medicine. What do you think? I think it's really cute now. Do I want to add more? I kind of do, but I don't have to because there is a lot in here. I thought about, I have these little pops of color paints to add with those. Let me take a peek. I added in just a few stickers from this old spring Happy Planner sticker book I picked up, and these, you see the adorable little pops of color I've gotten from scrapbook.com. I do kind of feel like adding some of these in, so hang on, let me open one up. Okay, I have opened the green and the blue, so let's just have some fun and just add some more color and some more dots. I like it. It's just going to take a little bit to dry, but I do like it. And over here, oh, you can hear Zoe. Zoe wants to participate, doesn't she? I'm slowly getting the hang of these. The operative word is slowly, and that's not a bad thing. But yeah, I'm enjoying the creative aspects of all of this, and I'm having fun with it. Why not? Oops. And I'm going to do some over here. I know this is a lot, isn't it? It's a lot in this planner, but I kind of like it that way, if that makes sense. Yeah, I do. I want to add a little more here and a little more down here. There we go. It's funky, isn't it? It's really funky. I'm still, again, getting the hang of these, but I want to make sure I'm using them in different ways. And this is a lot. I'm going to have to let this dry before I write anything in it for sure. And I probably should have put this on my silicone mat, but this is going to take a little bit to dry. Look, I don't know where you are today, but I want to meet you where you are, friends. And I want to encourage you to go out and play with paint, go out and play with stamps and inks and stencils and paper packs. And I buy most of my things, either like these stamps were from Illustrated Faith. I picked them up on Mercari years ago at a discount. The only thing I paid full price and what I used today is this little Amy Tangerine booklet. That was $20. But thus far now, I've got in 16 spreads from it. And as you can see, there's still a lot left in here. And I'm really enjoying that. I picked up the pops of color and these inks. I'll link that video below. But yeah. All right, what do you think, friends? It's kind of funky. What I'm going to do is do my planning. I have to let this dry a while. Then I'm going to plan, and I'll put a screen. I'll come back and show you what I've done. Okay, friends, it's all set. As you can see, I'm taking Monday off again. I just covered it over, and I'm working basically Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Wednesday, I'm working, but it's a long story, but I'm going back to my advocacy work on behalf of the Scleroderma Foundation. So I have my first board meeting on Wednesday night, and I'm excited about that. And then here, I just did a Henry David Thoreau quote, which says, "Our life is frittered away by detail. Simplify, simplify." And I thought that was a great quote for where I am in my headspace. I didn't want to even write that I'm going to journal on the weekend. I just thought this design was kind of fun and cheerful and without too much taxing for next week. So I wrote here, baby steps, health first, and enjoy the process. All right, friends, thanks for being on this journey with me. As always, I appreciate you, and take time to take care of yourself. You matter, friends. Have a good weekend. Bye.